What's happening, everybody? And I'm live. So we had a little bit of a glitch, so that's why we started a few minutes late. But let's get rolling with some things. And before we even begin, remember, when we do You Can't Make This Up, don't forget, everybody, this is our opportunity to lighten up, or in the, what's that, lighten up, Francis? So we're going to have a good time today. And remember here, also, we are equal opportunity offenders. So let's just start off right now with a little bit of the offense. This offends some people and other people are not offended by it. This was what Trump had posted earlier in the week. Pretty much everybody in the world has seen it by now. This is his AI picture of him praying over somebody at a hospital. But is it Trump praying? Is it Trump being a Red Cross doctor? Or is it Trump being somebody else? So check out the picture. So, okay. All right, you guys can see that picture? All right, now I'm going to show you. So for those of you who are going, I can't believe Pastor Tom is talking about this kind of stuff on this program. Let me tell you, you're going to be a lot more offended here in just a minute. I'm going to show you a video. So before we go after Trump on that, and listen, I've got some challenges with Trump. Believe me, I do. Been calling him out. There's some interesting dynamics going on. Apparently he's got another peace deal going on. That's rather interesting. But check this out, because we are an equal opportunity offender. Don't forget this about Obama and all of those messianic things that were going on back then. So check this out with Obama. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Got this allergy thing going on. We were out filming somewhere outside recently, and man, it messed me up with all the dust. Okay, so we got the meme thing going on. So then, okay, so after the Trump Jesus thing, then I just showed you the Obama thing. Don't forget. And then, so Trump comes out and says, well, I was actually like a Red Cross dude or something. I don't know what he was saying. But I found this one. I thought this, I can't remember who it was that sent this to me. I think it was Alexis from Idaho. Thank you very much, Alexis from Idaho. Hope to see you at the conference that's coming up in Boise at the end of May. It's going to be great. But the great philosopher, here it is, not Confucius, but confuse us, has spoken. Who shall blockade the blockade of the original blockade? You got to admit, that is funny. So come on, let's just got to lighten up a few things. Okay, let's go on with a few other things. Check this out. This was Zero Hedge reporting, and this is, listen, again, this is, you can't make this up. Another historic church has been torched in Canada. Okay, so who do you blame? Apparently, check this out. It's been torched in Canada. I've got to find some more info on it here. Give me just a second. We are watching this dynamic. Churches are burning around the world, and yet they keep telling us there's nothing to see. Funny how the arsonists are never caught. Another warn, this is what Muslims do as they conquer new areas. They destroy religions, sites of the conquered people. This has always been their way. But I want to check I want you to hear this. So this is what my good friend Joe Kerr had sent me. Joe, I want to thank you so much. Just as he made a few simple notes here. Check it out. Ready? This is real time. Really is real time. Oh, I can't even find it here. Joe, where did you go? Oh, you got to be kidding me, Joe. Oh, hold on a minute, everybody. I'm going to get this. One more second. I can't find it. I'm so disappointed. Oh my goodness. This is how you know you're doing a live program. I cannot believe that I cannot find it. It is what it is. I'm going to come back to that one a little bit later. All right, I'm going to show you this. This is Nick Shirley. We'll come back to the Muslim thing because Joe's comments were great. So Uh, listen, Nick Shirley, California, he's coming after California, right? So check this out. In California, because of what he exposed in Minneapolis with the Leering Center and all of the fraud, apparently in California, there's an attempt to pass a law that you cannot expose fraud in California. It's illegal to expose fraud in California. No, you can't make this up. So check this out. This is Nick Shirley explaining the whole issue with California attempting to pass this law regarding not exposing fraud and who all is behind it. Watch this short video.
All right, check this out. This is a bit crazy. California Democrats advance Stop Nick Shirley Act to criminalize investigative journalism. So after I expose widespread fraud all across America, and quite frankly, states like Minnesota and California are just the worst at it, letting fraud take place, especially inside of immigrant communities. For instance, the Somalians in Minnesota and then the Armenians in California. And so now they're trying to silence anybody who exposes fraud inside of California. For instance, if this bill is passed, the Quality Leering Center that was in Minnesota would be protected from being exposed. That is absolutely crazy. And the crazy thing about this is the person who is proposing this bill, her name is Mia Bonta. Her husband is the Attorney General of California. And so let's say you expose fraud. This is what could happen to you inside the state of California. You could get a misdemeanor, a $10,000 fine, imprisonment, and your content forced to be deleted. That is absolutely crazy. It is time for people to either stand up or we face mass oppression from those that rule us.
Also, there you go. You look at that. You can't expose fraud in California. No, folks, you can't make this up. Cindy Arnold says, profits for hire, Tom, don't partake. I agree. I look at stuff. Listen, let's store our treasure in heaven, you and me both. This world is passing away and everything that is in it. You know, it's interesting, dynamic. I've been working on a book that's going to come out sometime later. One of the dynamics that I point out in the book is, listen, there's a dump about 10 miles from our house. And you know what? Every bit of furniture that's ever been bought, it's like every TV, every computer, everything eventually ends up in the dump or in the cesspool. It's going to one of those places, or it's going to burn up during the end. And you look at that and you start getting that eternal perspective. But thank you, Cindy, for that great reminder. All right, I'm going to go back to the Zero Hedge article here. So check this out. So what it says, yet another historic church torched in Canada. As my friend Joe Kerr said, can we prove Muslims are to blame for the rise in church fires in Europe and the U.S.? Not yet, because over 90% of them are unsolved crimes. Ain't that the truth? But then he went on and said this, great points. Can we prove the unrestrained Muslim illegal immigration in both regions over several decades statistically and unequivocally? Yes. Do Muslims in non-Muslim countries commit felonies at a rate of 40 to 80% higher than non-Muslims? Absolutely provable. Thank you, Joe. Do Muslims assimilate the culture and values of countries they invade? Literally never. Have Muslims historically destroyed religious iconography, or whatever the word is, and centers of worship, and killed adherents who refuse to convert to Islam in every country they invade and conquer, literally every time. Dare we presume who is burning down the churches, even though the powers that be say, we're not sure, nothing to see here, folks. Vindog Radio, you are right. The world is a sewer, and we're just passing through the sewer. I mean, people get bothered by stuff like that, but you want to know something? It's true. Thank you, Vindog Radio. All right, check this out. You've got to be kidding me. No. What do you expect? This is what's going on. Oh, there he is with the clown LGBTQ stuff going on. Look at this stuff. This is crazy. Full of satanic pedophiles and all of the other perversions. You look at this kind of stuff and you go, no, you can't make this up. And this is Pope Bob from Chicago. The Holy See? How about the unholy See? He's a puppet of the globalists. The whole thing is sickening, wicked, bowing down to Allah, making a spot for Muslims to go and pray at the Vatican? What the heck is all this stuff? Nevertheless, that's the world that we live in. What do you expect? Because we're being prepared for the official rise of 10 kings, Antichrist, and guess who else? The false prophet. That's right. The fake religious leader, Revelation chapter 13, who has two horns like a lamb, but he speaks like the devil. In other words, he's going to appear to be Christian, two horns like a lamb, right? We think of Jesus, the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world. He's going to have two horns, and he's going to appear like a lamb to those who don't know the book. To those who don't know this book, people are going to think, oh, he's Christian, but he's going to speak like the devil, like bow down to Allah, create a safe space for Muslims to worship in the Vatican. Yeah. All right. Let's go on to this next one. This is Tucker imitation by a comedian, Ami Kozak. Some of you have seen, these are great. This guy's spot on. So you look at this and you go, but he's just a comedian. Well, he's spot on. Watch his Tucker imitation. This is fantastic. Let's roll.
We're told all these things about Sharia law. We should be afraid of it for some reason. And, you have people saying I'm a secret Muslim. I'm not, obviously. But, any country where people bow 5 times a day to God, that's a country I'd want to live in.
Really? You would?
I'd want to be in that country.
Living under Sharia law?
We should all be doing that. We should all be bowing 5 times a day to God. Hello? Any country where people who leave the religion are considered apostates and are killed, face the death penalty, that's a country I'd want to be in.
Really?
That's a country I'd want to live in.
Why?
Sure, because it's full of religious people, and that's a good thing.
Well, it depends on
any country that throws acid on women's faces or has honor killings if a woman gets raped, where you killed a woman. That's a country I'd want to be a part of. That's a country I'd want to live in.
Whoa, why?
Because honor is important. We don't have honor here. It's gone. It's basically gone. It's like, if you look across the West at all these various Western countries, there's no honor. There's no pride. They're desolate.
In the West?
Anyone who gets attacked violently for drawing a cartoon or a picture, that's a country I'd want to live in.
A place where cartoonists get attacked?
Well, I hate cartoons. I hate them. I really do. I hate them.
Cartoons? Why?
They're destroying our children, like obviously. And any country or culture that punishes blasphemers, I'd want to be a part of that. Any country that issues a fatwa against Salman Rushdie, for example, and someone actually tries to carry that out.
You support that?
Have you read his book? It was boring. It was very boring, very, very painfully boring. It was painful. I appreciate a country with standards. I'm sorry, not going to apologize for that.
Wow.
And I'm not Muslim at all. I'm not Muslim. I'm a Christian. And
so how do you feel having to pay the special jizya tax as a Christian under Sharia law?
I wouldn't mind paying a jizya tax at all. At all. That's patriotic. Okay?
Wait, so you object to your tax dollars going to fund America's foreign wars as a Christian?
Yes.
But you're okay with being taxed in an Islamic state under Sharia law for simply being a Christian?
Exactly.
Got it. All right, lastly, what are your thoughts on Ben Shapiro's criticism of you?
That's disgusting. It's shameful.
And who are your least favorite people?
Christian Zionists. They're some of the worst people, some of the worst, most evil people on the planet. I really believe that I do, and I hate them. I hate them.
Really? Why do you hate Christian Zionists?
Because they're radical extremists. They are.
You consider them radical extremists?
Same with Chabad.
Wait, why do you have an issue with Chabad?
Because they're imposing their religion on all of us, and I reject that. Anyone imposing their religious beliefs on other people, I just reject that. I do. I just reject that. Totally.
You do.
And I say this, and I'm not a Muslim, obviously. I'm not a Muslim, at all. I'm definitely not a Muslim. I'm a Christian.
But you feel like you've been lied to about Sharia law?
Yes.
Are we being lied to by you?
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't know?
Excuse me. Gotta go.
There you have it. Is that spot on? No kidding. Everybody should watch that. Said somebody, I can't remember who it was. I saw it a minute ago. Who was it that said that? Put that comment back up there. I want to thank the person who said everybody should watch that. They seem to have lost it already. Also, they seem to have lost the other one that was up there. Somebody says they're going to see me at Flowwood in a few weeks at the Prophecy Conference. I don't know where that comment went either. As soon as it comes back up, I got to thank you because I'm looking forward to meeting people we have a few places we're going to be coming up. Can't wait for that to happen. Going to be absolutely fantastic. All right, it looks like we're going to have to come back to those. Oh, here it is, Lisa Nelson. Thank you very much. See you in a few weeks at Flowwood. Looking forward to that. Lisa, going to be great. And again, back to the other person that commented. I think it was Sage. I'm not sure. That said everybody needs to see this. No kidding. It's great. All right. And Pookie said something. Imagine that. Sage Kanisha. Every person should see this. Pookie said something. Pookie, what'd you say? I know there's something on here. What did Pookie say? Hey, what's with the lag back there today? Okay. Tommy, when you went to confession to the Father in the goon booth, did you also ask him between you and him who committed more sins? Pookie, that was great. So, okay, I don't know, Pookie, were you raised Catholic? So here's the deal. I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school through 8th grade, and then I was an altar boy. I could tell you a story, but I better not right now. So anyways, one of the things, for those of you who are Catholic, you know this, so when you learn you got to go to First Communion class, which is also when you learn how to confess your sins before a priest, and you go into that booth that Pookie's talking about. It's stinking scary. What are you, like 7 years old or something like that? This thing's dark and creepy and smelly. And you walk in and there's this priest on the other side. Yes, what have you committed? What kind of sins have you done, right? I mean, you're like 7. You're like, ah, right? So check this out. When you're in training, since I went to Catholic school, we had religion every single day. Every day. Nevertheless, go in there. The nun pretends like she's the priest. So, I know that sounds weird. Anyways, she goes on the other side of the confessional to train us in how to confess our sins. So you're 7 or 8, however old I was little. She opens up the thing. Tommy, what kind of sins have you committed? You know, something like that. I don't know what it was. And I didn't understand the concept. So what I did is, in the confessional, I started telling her all the sins that everybody else in the class was committing. I said, oh, this person, I saw him pull her hair. I saw him put this in that bologna sandwich over there. I was ratting out everybody in the whole class. It took me like a month before I could finally get through it. She got me to understand, no, it's not about what other people have done. What have you done wrong? Oh, anyways, yeah, Pookie, that's a scary place to be. Come back to Florida, says Hazelnut, with Prophecy Watchers. I'm not sure when Prophecy Watchers going back to Florida. I know they got Colorado coming up and a couple of other things. I'm not sure when they're coming back to Florida, but I'm always there. Whenever I can be there, I will be there. All right, you guys ready for another one? I'm not sure what you're going to think about this. I kind of like it for entertainment purposes. This is one of those videos, say, just because most of you really want to see this. This is like vengeance. You think of vigilantism or something like this. Watch Granny. Granny's going to open up a can of whoop something, and she's going to whoop someone. And folks, you are going to love this because finally there's payback from Granny. Watch this video, man. This is just great. Let's roll this.
See, the problem here is they thought they was going to have an easy win with this elderly couple. But what they don't realize is they're from the I'll sock you in the eye era. They're from the let's step outside era. They're from the you want a piece of me era. You know? They're not from everybody gets a trophy era like you. Keyboard warriors. I'll call my lawyer. The how dare you era. The language era, the timeout era. No, they're from the don't let me put this on you era. You know what I'm saying? Where people used to fight. So keep playing with people out there. You know, these will be given out accordingly. Cut the malarkey.
That was great, and I know deep down inside, maybe you're not supposed to like that, but let's admit it. You I did, but most of you did. That was great, Granny. She deserves like a trophy. I know Trump always wants a trophy. That lady, she needs a trophy, man. That was cool. All right. Now, Here's another video. This one's extremely short. I call this one Keystone Cop. I'm thinking you need to learn how to ride a motorbike before you get on a motorbike. Watch this. This one's hilarious. Very short, super short video. Let's roll this video. So, yeah, there you go. Enjoy that. This is just great. How can you not? All right, maybe man, he just hit the pavement. Kaboom, baby. That looks like it. That left a mark. That left a mark. All right, let's check this out. I just got a comment. This is something to keep in mind for atheism. What is atheism? The belief that there was nothing and nothing happened to nothing, and then nothing magically exploded for no reason, creating everything, and then a bunch of everything magically rearranged itself for no reason whatsoever into self-replicating bits, which then turned into dinosaurs. Makes perfect sense. You hear about people talking about reason, you go, well, there's no reason. I love that one. Friends, do your screenshot of that one. Keep it, because that is definitely a keeper. All right, here we are. Are you guys ready for the tip of the week? I'm ready for the tip of the week. Here is our tip of the week. Here it is. Ready? Life's too short to hold grudges. Isn't that great? How many of you remember, you're old enough to see the movie Jaws when it first came out? That would be me. Some of you also. That's back when at the time Rocky came out, the first Star Wars movie came out. Remember that? I think it was like Poseidon Adventure or something like that came out then, but Jaws, that was good. Life's too short to hold grudges. So stop holding grudges against me. Really appreciate it. Hey, listen, looking forward, I will be in Mississippi. Check out the events page at hopeforourtimes.com. Plus, we're going to be in Washington twice. 2 conferences, Lake Stevens, and then we're also going to be at Calvary Chapel, Ellensburg in Washington. Boise, Idaho, 412 Church of Boise, Idaho. And then also, we're going to be in Mexico. We're going to be all over the place. We're going to be in Ohio. We're going to be in Santa Barbara. We're going to be back in Texas, in a whole bunch of other places in between. Check out the events page, hopeforourtimes.com. God bless you guys. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem and pray for the people that are suffering in Iran. God bless you guys. See you next time.